Hello, I see 13 people are here. Oh, hi Darla, and Lindsay's here. Keto Carbs, Sharon, Terry, Carol. You had a dream about me. That's okay. At least it was something fun like cooking in the kitchen. Trying to, let's see, can anybody hear me? Comment if you can hear me. Because I say I'm live, but I'm not seeing comments from people who say they can hear me yet. No. Oh, yay! Sharon, you can hear me. Yay! Hi, guys. I am attempting to have my comments down on my computer here and film on my phone. I'm still trying to figure this whole live streaming thing out, so you guys can let me know how it works on your end. Let's see. Yay. All right. Hopefully it's not too distracting with me looking down over here for the comments because I can see them up here too, but then I have to be tapping at you guys the whole time that I'm talking. How are you guys this morning? This beautiful Friday morning. We are having like beautiful weather here today. It has been so crazy the last week, like snow, hail, thunder, lightning, sunshine, like everything all over the place. But today is beautiful. And this weekend is supposed to be super nice, almost up to 70 degrees. So we're super excited to get out and do like work in the garden. I have tons of weeding I need to do to get this place in order after the winter. All right. Hi, Lindsay. All right, Lindsay, doing well here. Sunshine flip-flop temperatures. Oh my gosh. Schoolwork is done for the week. Oh, I'm so jealous. Let's see. Yeah, I'm distracting myself because I see the comments coming up here, but then they go away so fast. Oh, hi, Amy. That I should look over here so I can control it a little bit better. All right. So today, the reason that I'm like doing a live is because the house is nearly empty, and that is a totally unusual thing. But it's because my husband took the 4 younger kids on a 2-hour road trip to Eugene to pick up bees. We're gonna have some beehives here on the farm, and they are going to pick those up. My husband, he spearheaded this whole thing, so I don't know a lot about it, but he ordered all the beehive stuff, and then they're picking up the live bees from Glory Bee, I think it's Glory Bee Foods in Eugene. So it's a local honey company that we've used their honey for years and years. So we're going to get, I don't know, I think he said like 3,000 bees or something to get started. So very excited about that. All right. I don't know. I don't know if it's better to look at the comments up here or down there. It's just, I got to get this figured out. I was laughing because I'm such a fly by the seat of my pants YouTuber. I always have been. Basically because I'm a mom and a homeschool mom. It's like I don't have time to figure out how to do everything right before I just jump in and do something. So same thing here with the lives. I don't have like the fancy live software, streaming software that you can get that makes things look nice, and I don't have it figured out. I just kind of go by the seat of my pants. Hi, Dee Dee, new subscriber, welcome. Strong and encouraged from Arizona. Karen, hi, Karen. Let's see. Karen, finally seeing a live chat from Vegas. H asked, can you talk about your skin health at some point? And it has it always looked this great? Okay. Well, that's nice of you to say. I feel like I'm struggling right now with rosacea flares. And I think part of that is because of the beautiful sunshine. That's a big trigger for me is sun and heat. And so I've been having flares, and I appreciate that you say it looks good. But I have had so many skin issues over the years, like you name it, I've had it. I had a terrible, terrible itchy rash on my face after Talia was born. She is 11 now, so that's been a while. And I did all kinds of things to try to get that taken care of. I have a feeling that it was maybe oxalate dumping or like a candida overgrowth or a combination of all those things. And then I had the rash go away on my face and it went down to my arms and it was there forever. I've had different hand like eczema things. Uh, there's one that I forget what it's called, though it has the bumps, the blisters on the palms of your hands. Oh, I can't believe I don't remember what that's called. But it's a type of eczema. I had like itchy red rash on the backs of my hands. Um, all of those things are gone, pretty much gone. Like occasionally I'll get a little flare of eczema, especially if I'm eating, things that are not good for me. But for the most part, all of those are gone when I eat my baseline diet of what I know is the best for me. High protein, high fat, very low carb, that kind of thing. All right, now my comments, oh, there they are. They went away from there, but now they're back. Okay. Hello from Brazil. Many, many times. Hello from Brazil. Food prep, one of the food prep bundles. That's so exciting. I hope that you get those goodies quick. Okay. Oh, strongly encourage you asked about psoriasis. I don't have the traditional psoriasis, but I do have toenail psoriasis. That's another skin issue that I have dealt with for many, many years. And that's one where if that ever goes away completely, I'll know that like I'm onto something because it's so slow moving that it's really, really hard to pin down like what's causing it if it's some kind of a trigger. It's definitely better now than it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. It was probably the worst. And then it was since then that I've really gone a lot lower carb and higher protein. And that seems to really help, as well as like cutting out the things that were really inflammatory to me before that I was consuming a lot of, like nuts that I've been finding are very inflammatory to me. All right. Oh, Robin, you have psoriasis under your nails too. Yeah, it's so weird, and it's different from other types of psoriasis where it's like the patches on your skin. I don't have that at all. But it's like the bed under the toenails gets too thick and it's like powdery and it makes the toenails separate. And so there have been times where I've had like no toenails, really, really gross. But thankfully it doesn't hurt too bad. Like you'd think that not like having your toenails come off would be really painful, but it's really not that bad. So thankful for that at least, but I don't wear a lot of open-toed shoes. I can't really go get my toenails done because it's like they're half gone most of the time, so it's kind of weird. Oh, Strong and Encouraged, you said keto cured your skin issues and migraines. That's amazing. Keto and just eating lower inflammatory has healed so many things for me. And like the difference, even though I do have a few little things that I'm still dealing with, the difference between the way I am now and the way I was, like 10 years ago, vastly different. So I'm so thankful for that. Okay, let's see. I want to see if I missed anything up here. Oh, Lindsay, let me see if I can make you a moderator. Oh, wait, I have to do it up here. Oh, my goodness. Well, now my chat's gone. Oh, hi, Mary. Hi, Betty. So fun to see. Oh, hi, Alan. So fun to see everybody, all these people I know. Let's see. I could comment, but maybe that is not the case. Let me see. Add moderator. All right. Lindsay, you're now a moderator. Have at it. Give them what for. Okay. Let's see. Robin is asking, can you use anything else because besides allulose, I assume, in the breads? Oh, it's all carbs. And so allulose is one of those special types of carbs that doesn't get absorbed by the body. At least that's the information that we've been given about it. The labeling hasn't really caught up yet. So they're still required to label it as carbohydrates legally. And so it's listed as carbs, but I assume, or, from what they tell us, the people that sell the stuff, is that it doesn't get absorbed by your body at all. Your body just flushes it right through. And so it doesn't raise blood sugar and it's safe for diabetics and all of that. So I get that question a lot. People are like, I can't believe you use allulose. Do you see how many carbs? There's 15 carbs per tablespoon. It's like, well, you got to read the information. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Alan, I need to get my live stream tech down and figure that out to keep the spamming down. But the last one, I don't think I had very many spammers, and I remember setting it to only subscribers could comment. But maybe I have to do that every time and I didn't do it again or something. I'm not sure. But I will look at StreamYard and see. Hi, Bunny. All right, let's see. Any more questions here? Oh, before I get to more questions, I wanted to say a big thank you to those who have sent me cards and different things. I have gotten so many beautiful cards and gifts and everything, and I just appreciate them so much. And every time I get something, I'm like, I'm going to write back. And then I'm a busy mother, homeschooling my children and trying to run a YouTube channel, and I just have not gotten back to everybody as I would like to. But I just wanted to show you, I keep all of my beautiful mail in a basket here, and I look at it, and look at this cute one that I just got from Yolanda. Oh yeah, she's local, and so she's gonna run into me at Costco someday. Oh yeah, there's the little chicky. Isn't that the cutest little card ever? I love it. But so many cards from so many people, and it just warms my heart every time. And so I just want to shout that out. I also got a really generous gift via PayPal this last week, and I just want to say thank you for that. I tried to find out the email of the person that sent it, and for some reason PayPal won't let me see it. I don't know if it's like anonymous or what, but I was trying to, be able to send at least a thank you email, but I couldn't find any information in order to send that. So I hope you are watching, but it was so generous and so kind. So I just appreciate all of you. I have fuzzes flying in my face here. I have no idea what my zodiac sign is. Never have gotten into that. Lindsay will help me out a lot. She always does. Lindsay is so helpful. Okay, let's see. Risa, let's see. I have a coworker, who is a beekeeper, and she has chickens and ducks. She also just got new bees, and she said she will give, you're going to get fresh honey. That is so cool. Oh man, fresh honey and then eggs from chickens and ducks. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Renee is really excited. She loves honey. She's a honey fiend, and so she's gonna be thrilled. She said she wants to learn how to like take the trays out and scrape off the honey and all those things. So hopefully she'll be able to do that. All right. Let's see. A healthier Kirk. Have you ever tried to mix gelatin and egg whites to make what would be a PSMF marshmallow? I have not. And I'm kind of curious about marshmallow recipes. I've never made homemade marshmallows before, and I know sometimes they're made with gelatin, sometimes they're made with egg whites. I don't know about ones that are made with both. That would be really cool. But that would be a fun thing to work on with allulose or something as the sweetener. That would be amazing. Okay. Ellie says I'm blurry. I have been trying to figure out my internet connection. Um, we have two separate networks that I can try, and so I was testing both in different areas of the house, and I can't figure it out. It's so up and down that I can't figure it out. I also keep tapping on the comments over here, and it takes the focus off of my face. So that might be part of the problem too. I really need to just look at this, the comments down here in the on the computer. Okay, Deanne says I'm a Taurus for April 28th because that's my birthday. It's coming up in just less than a week. Let's see. Oh, Karen, if in your opinion, if at a stall is BBBE or trying carnivore better, or just depends on your own body? Well, BBBE is basically a carnivore diet. The only difference between BBBE and carnivore would be the addition of things like pork and chicken. Well, BBBE has bacon, and some people say that that just counts for all pork. But anyways, so the addition of chicken and fish and other animal foods, I'd say just go with what's easier for you. If it's easier to, have the confinements of the BBBE and just keep it super simple, then do that. But if you're going to be wishing for chicken wings like I was when I did my BBBE, then just do carnivore. I think either one is great. And it's a really good way to like get a reset and kind of see how things are affecting you. So if you've been eating a lot of, nuts or dairy, well, dairy is carnivore, but eating a lot of nuts or certain vegetables, different things, just cutting those out for a little while and then adding them back, trying to see, can kind of pin down some things that might be giving you trouble. Let's see. Oh, H says that they've made marshmallows before like that with the gelatin and the egg whites. If anybody has, I don't think you could put links in the comments, but if there's like a name of a website where you've gotten a good recipe, let us know that. I would love to check it out. Janice says you ordered 2 seasonings from Pork King. Good. Nice. Oh, they're so good. Their seasonings, I mean, their flavors are just so strong and like on point. They're delicious. I just wish that a lot of them have dairy, and they're amazing, but I can't have so much dairy. The ranch is so good. Okay, let's see. Victoria says you like my curtains. I like my curtains too. I got them from Amazon. Oh, Judy, you keep bees and have had them for 5 years. That's awesome. Yeah, we hear such good things about it, and that it's, fairly easy once you get the hang of it and you have all the stuff. So that's what we're hoping for. And it'll be helpful for our gardening and all that too. All right. My comments keep jumping. Let's see. Okay, Sharon is asking about a place to get a deal on egg white powder and then how I store the bread. Okay, so I shared a video a few weeks ago about the cheapest place that I have personally found to get the egg white powder. And as far as I know, still, it's the cheapest place to get it. Some people have been having issues with getting their orders in a timely manner, which is difficult. They are not really set up well I'm talking about Rose Acre Farms, and that video was from, I don't know, a month ago, maybe. So they're not really set up for a lot of consumer sales. They're more like a wholesaler. So even their customer service is not really geared toward consumers. So they really put off a lot of people with just their lack of finesse when it comes to customer service. So I was a little disappointed about that. But then at the same time, like I said in the video, if you want to get the cheapest price, you're gonna have to, lose something somewhere else. So there's no fancy packaging, there's no 2-day shipping, it's not Amazon. And it takes longer to get there. The customer service isn't quite to the level that you would get from Amazon or other places. So it's cheap, but you do have to deal with that. And some people, it's worth it to get the cheapest price possible. So Roseacre Farms is the place to go for that, but you will wait longer for your order, and you won't get as joyful of customer service as you would in other places. Oh, and then how I store my bread. So basically what I do is after it's baked, I will leave it on the counter in an airtight container after it's completely cooled. I'll leave it on the counter for like a day or 2 days at the most. And a lot of times it gets eaten up all, in that amount of time. If after a day or two it's still sitting on the counter, I will just transfer the container to the fridge, and that will allow it to keep for longer. If I just leave it on the counter, it'll go moldy in a few more days after that, but it'll last a lot longer, like a week or so in the fridge. And it does freeze too. So it's so versatile. You can throw it in the freezer, and then I wouldn't in the microwave. That doesn't usually work out very well, but just set it on the counter to defrost or put it in the fridge to defrost. It works well. All right. Chicken chips made with ground chicken breast. Have you tried it? No, I have not. That sounds very interesting. I would assume you'd need a dehydrator, or have a dehydrator setting on an air fryer or something like that, but that sounds pretty good. Internet is affected by the construction of the building you are in. Steel, concrete, and stone. It's more likely to keep internet from working. The nearer to the router, the easier. Yeah, we're pretty set up with lots of routers in the house. My husband got it covered. And so I'm not sure what's going on, because I was testing in different places, and even in the same place, it would be drastically different, like 2 minutes apart. So I don't know. Let me know, how are you guys? How is it looking? Because I was freezing when we were doing our Zoom call the other week for Amy's channel, and hopefully I'm not freezing. I haven't heard anybody say that yet. Blurry is okay a little bit, but freezing is not pleasant. Right. Oh, I'm still freezing. Amy says I'm still freezing. Dang it. Okay. Victoria says it's blurry. Chicken crisps in the oven, 300 degrees for 45 minutes. Oh, okay. Crunchy, but all protein. Nice. All right. Pixelated. Ugh. Sorry, guys. So we have a satellite dish from Starlink that has a network, and then we have our other network, just the regular one. And my husband uses the satellite dish for his business calls and stuff. And so I'm trying using that today. I was thinking it would be better, but it's not apparently that much better. Let's see. All right, Bunny says I'm not freezing, just a little blurry. Yeah, I know it's not focusing on my face very well. I don't know if it's because of my lighting or what, but it's also, I'm sure, because of the internet connection. Healthier Kirk says it's really clear right now. Oh, my brother's on. Hi, Halden. Halden Kirkwood. That's my big brother. And he does all kinds of barbecue. He's like the barbecue master. So anytime we have a family gathering or something, he's bringing like incredible smoked meats and stuff. Good stuff. All right, people are saying it's clear now. Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes you just have to just go with the flow. Okay. Karina. Hi, Neely. In the Hawaiian rolls, what gives the sour taste? I'm not fond of that. What do you reduce? What do you reduce to reduce the taste, I assume? So the cream of tartar definitely gives a sour taste, and that recipe has a higher amount of cream of tartar. And I like that taste myself because it kind of gives a sourdough type flavor. But if that's not something you like, then definitely reduce that. I would still keep at least a half a teaspoon. I think the recipe has 2 teaspoons. So if you reduce it down to half a teaspoon, you should still get the stabilizing effect of the cream of tartar, but not as much of the sour taste. That's my guess, at least. I can't think of anything else in that recipe that would give a sour taste. Amy, if you have any ideas, go ahead and throw them in there too, because that's Amy's recipe. She is the mastermind behind the amazing Hawaiian rolls, which I have been so addicted to recently, and I've been making them all the time, making little tweaks here and there just to see what I can do with the recipe because it's amazing. Okay. Halden says barbecue season is close. Yep, I'm so excited. And one day we're gonna get a smoker here. Uh, I have wanted one for a long time, but we want to make sure we have the right place for it outside, like a covered area, so it doesn't just get completely ruined. Um, and someday I will do that. But until then, I've been doing smoking and grilling meat on our fire pit. So I just have to be really patient because it takes a long time for the coals to be good enough to start it early, and then I have a nice bed of coals, which is very fun. Victoria, how to smoke meat. Halden, if you have any suggestions of good blogs, I don't think you can put like the website address, but if you put a title or something, can point people to good resources. Halden needs to start a YouTube channel for his smoking endeavors. Smoking endeavors. That sounds bad. Smoking meat endeavors. uh, Yes, Lindsay, sometimes cream of tartar can give an off taste. And the other thing that I noticed is I ordered a different brand of cream of tartar this last time when I was out. And I ordered the Anthony's this time, and it's darker in color. And I think it's a little bit different tasting as well. Not enough to make it bad or anything, but it was different. So if you have one that's, really strong taste, maybe try a different brand and see if that helps. Amy says that's her guess too. Oh, unless it's the nutritional yeast that you don't like. Yeah, that could be too. I bet nutritional yeasts have different flavor profiles as well, depending on the brand. So you can experiment with that. I wouldn't describe the nutritional yeast that I have as sour necessarily. It's like this really savory taste that's very unique. Sort of similar to cheesy, but nothing that's not cheese has ever truly been cheesy to me. It might be like reminiscent, but not exact. Cheese is just a thing of its own. Okay, Lindsay put a good YouTube channel link for smoker recipes. That's awesome. Oh, Yolanda, you were the one who sent the card. I showed it earlier in the live stream. This is you, right, Yolanda? With the little ticky, it's so cute. I love my card. I love my card. Oh, I was going to show you guys this too. Oh, I put a little thing on Instagram, a little reel, but I'll show you. I couldn't believe how quick YouTube got this out. La. This is my silver play button plaque for passing 100,000 subscribers. I was thinking of putting it back here like that, so that when I do videos here, you can see it. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, let's see. Healthier Kirk, you smoke brisket, so good. So whenever I can't, make some smoked meats, which is quite often, I enjoy having the uh Redmond smoked salt. And then I kind of get that effect without all the hours of work that goes into smoking the meats. So that's something you can grab if you can't afford a smoker yet. Love that stuff. Thanks for being patient with me, guys, with my internet. I'll figure it out. Like, there's no reason why it should be this wonky because my husband got it set up really well. There must be something else going on. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Karina said, thank you, Amy. I was thinking it was the nutritional yeast, but I tasted it straight up and didn't get that taste. We'll definitely try again with less cream of tartar. Yep, that's my guess on that one. Okay, Hungry Health is another one to follow for grilling and smoking. Good to know. Oh, he's carnivore and knows his meats. That's good. Because I follow a lot of like Instagram meat people and people grilling and stuff, but a lot of times it's not carnivore specifically. So there's sugar and sauces with lots of sugary things. So that can be, it can be a motivation killer to try the recipe. Or you're watching the recipe and you're like, oh, this looks so good, I'm gonna try it, and then it's like all kinds of stuff that you don't eat. Dang it. Let's see. Let's see. Neely, I'm searching the link to the three-tier, maybe three-tier stainless steel insert pans, which you can use. I assume you mean the ones for the Instant Pot. The three-tier ones. I would have to search for that one. It's been a long time since I've looked at that, and the links change. So I am not sure about a three-tier one at the moment. H, you say that you live in a tiny people who can smoke meat on the regular. Yeah. I don't live the setup yet, so I am jealous as well. Some people will just, smoke themselves a steak every day, and that just looks amazing to me. Do you guys follow Laura Spath on Instagram and here on YouTube? They're carnivore, and they have an incredible weight loss story. And she's like the queen of smoking meat and cooking meat well. Like, she doesn't settle for things cooked subpar. So her steaks and different things that she eats, they just look so incredible. And she's one of those that will she eats, only once or twice a day, I think, usually. And so she really goes all out with her meal and will smoke a big ribeye or something, and it looks so good. One mom, two girls, two boys, eight in all. You're here. Hi. You guys need to go follow her. She does keto and Trim Healthy Mama, right now, Trim Healthy Mama, and budgeting. Oh, she's like the budget queen. Definitely go check her channel out. Let's see what else, guys. Yeah, those stainless steel pans. Oh, with the clips. Maybe not the stacking ones then. The ones that nest. Yeah, it's been so long since I have looked at that link. I don't even know if those ones are available anymore. I did a video on that, I don't know, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So I'd have to go back and look and see if those are even still out there. Okay. Yes, everyone go check out Shamika's channel. Faux show. Oh, saving the drippings from the brisket and adding it to soup and stew. That sounds so good. My comments keep jumping on me here. Oh, let's see. Yes, Laura Spath is amazing. Oh yeah, she's in Phoenix. Yeah, right there. So jealous of her weather most of the time. Most of the time. Like in the winter, when it's winter here, I'm jealous of her weather there. I'm not jealous when it's summer there, for sure. Okay, someone's talking about cleaning the mesh pans. I think I missed the first question there about cleaning the mesh pans, and that's something that I get asked a lot. They're like the black, really foldable mesh pans, and I'm not the main dish cleaner in our house, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. Maybe Autumn and I should do a tutorial on how to clean those because she's the main one that does it. Um, and sorry, there we go. But what I found that works the best when I've done it, because I have done it before, is to get them really soapy with soapy hot water and then just use the pan itself, not a sponge on top of the pan, but use the pan itself and really scrub it together, like the pan against the pan. And that seems to work well for me. And I think certain certain brands maybe are a little bit different, and there's so many different brands making the same kind out there that I don't know exactly which ones are good and which ones are not, but some seem to stick more than others. So it's kind of a learning thing. Oh, Leanne says if you season the mesh pan before cleaning, it's a breeze. So like putting oil on it and kind of like you would season a cast iron maybe. Karina, you say you love our chats with Lindsay, Amy, and Janet. Yeah, those are so fun. We're definitely going to be doing more of those. Chris is asking how I feel about the honey and fruit that Paul Saladino is doing now. I think if he feels good, he should do whatever he wants to do. That's great. I mean, I have nothing against honey and fruit. I think they're great foods. Like I always say, it depends on the person and what they're able to handle, like where your metabolic health is, um, and you know, your food addiction status. If that's going to trigger crazy food addiction, then you have to make your own choice. But I honestly think that eating an animal-based diet covers a multitude of sins in a healthy person. If you already have all kinds of health problems, then I mean, maybe fruit and honey is enough to really mess you up. But if you're a healthy person and you're eating adequate protein and getting adequate nutrition from animal foods, it's like, I think there's a lot of wiggle room. And of course, in America, you push it way too far. So I'm not talking about just eating all kinds of garbage junk food, but throwing in some honey, throwing in some fruit. If he feels good, great. Okay. Kathy, you say you would not be jealous of your summers. Yeah, summer in Arizona, I'm sure is intense. But fall and spring is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. That's when that's when I would want to visit. Sandy Reed is asking about Knox gelatin and if it's an okay substitute for the beef gelatin. And yes, it is. Any unflavored gelatin should work. I have been getting, some people will mention that they get a little bit different texture, like it might be more, um, make your batter more thick if you're doing the crepes. That's what I'm talking about. If you're doing the crepes, some gelatins will make your batter more thick than others. So there might be different strengths to the gelatin. That's just my guess. So if you try a different brand, you might need to play with the amount if you get something vastly different than what I show when I do my recipes on video. Um, I am nervous about freezing my bread products. I'm scared they will be unpleasantly liquidy, mushy, soggy when defrosted. What are you guys experiencing? Am I being too paranoid? Yeah, I think they turn out great. Like I'm always surprised by how good, like how versatile the bread is and how well it holds up to that kind of thing. I haven't frozen every single iteration of bread product that I have made, but every time I've tried to freeze one of them, it works out fine. So, I mean, if you get a lot of condensation in the bag or something when it defrosts, that might. Have you used any particular brands of egg white powder that do not whip up as well as others? Asking Linda asked this. Yes, for sure. Any of the egg white powders that have sunflower lecithin added, and the ones that I know of are Judy's has a version that has sunflower lecithin added. They also have a version that does not, so you just have to look at the ingredients to know which is which. And then the Keto Chow brand has sunflower lecithin added, and I believe the J Rob does as well. And I have found that basically it just takes twice as long to get it to whip up. And it's possible that it doesn't ever whip up as thick as the others, but it will whip up sufficiently. But it's like usually when it takes about 5 minutes, I have to do those ones for about 10 minutes. And because it does take so long, it stays liquid for a lot longer, which means it splatters throughout the process of whipping. So I had to like clean my whole mixer and it was kind of a mess. So those are not my favorite brands for baking with. They work great for if you're mixing the egg white powder into a smoothie, or even if you're making like the egg white wraps with the powder, the DIY egg life wraps, and you're using a powdered egg whites instead of fresh, that's a great brand to use because the sunflower lecithin allows the egg white powder to dissolve faster. So that's they're good. It's good for certain things, but it's not my favorite for when I'm trying to whip it up for baking. All right. Lindsay is putting a lot of great info into the comments here. This is awesome. Let's see. Um, Lindsay said that the Knox is pork gelatin, and yes, I've heard that as well. So use a little bit less of it versus the beef gelatin. That's good. Good rule of thumb. Karen says she puts her mesh pans in the dishwasher and you do use cooking spray and they come out very clean. Yeah, Autumn puts them in the dishwasher. So she'll scrub, some stuff off of them, but then she puts them in the dishwasher and they come out pretty clean. Every once in a while, there'll be one that has some stuff stuck on it still, but she gets them pretty clean. Sharon says she freezes her bread all the time and it does not get soggy and it thaws quickly. Yeah, it does thaw really quickly. If you like take it out of the freezer in the morning, it's easily ready to have by lunchtime. Yep. Like Lindsay says, the ones with sunflower lecithin are not going to whip as well, for sure. Top rack of the dishwasher to get the mesh pans clean. Yep. Sylvia, you must be in Arizona too. Yeah, you don't mind putting up with the summer for the great rest of the year. Yeah, I can understand that. Hawaiian rolls deflate so bad, both versions. The humidity has a lot to do with it, and I haven't been able to crack the code, but definitely go watch Janet Greta's video of cooking the Hawaiian rolls in the air fryer. She cooked them in the air fryer. Of course, you can't cook a lot at a time, so you have to do a small batch, but they didn't deflate. Like something about, I don't know if it's like the air fryer slowly heating up because you put them in cold, or if it's like the really fast crisping of the crust, it like stabilizes it, and so it didn't deflate as much. I did try it, and I tried it in my oven air fryer because my other one was so tiny I couldn't do such a tiny batch. And it didn't work quite as well as hers. I think I need to tinker with the temperature and the time and like where I put it in the oven, the air fryer oven. But I think she's on to something with the Hawaiian rolls in the air fryer and keeping them from deflating. So if you have an air fryer, give that a try. Yeah, somebody else was recommending the air fryer as well. Let's see. I love all the suggestions here. So much good stuff. Let's see, for bread, has anyone ever tried using liquid butter flavoring into egg yolks instead of butter? Oh, interesting. So instead of using butter, you mix butter flavor into egg yolks and it kind of does the same thing. That is very interesting. I have not tried the THM, what is it? Guatemala coffee. They always have such funny names for things. They're just so clever. No, I haven't, but I bet it's good. Their products have always been really high quality. I've liked pretty much everything I've tried. They have good versions. I still like their stevia the best. It's so good. Yeah, Shamika, my Hawaiian buns, they deflate not terribly. Like I still get, some height, but they do deflate, but they taste so good. It's like, do I really care that they're not like perfectly round? No, I don't. I will eat them. And I just spread butter on the top of them. I don't even have to open them up and I eat them and they are delicious. Oh, Amy, you tried them in the air fryer and they overcooked. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to adjust the temperature to not have that happen. And what happened with mine was because it's the air fryer oven, I had them on a pan that slid in, so it didn't have the holes in the bottom. And the bottom was not cooked all the way, but the top was really cooked. So I'm really gonna have to play with. I think I have to put it lower in the oven for one thing, and then put the temperature lower as well, like 300 degrees or maybe even less. So it'll take some experimenting to get it perfect. Air fryers are all different. So you have to figure out what works in your air fryer, as if we didn't need something else to make things complicated. That's the hard thing about creating recipes and being a recipe creator, is that people don't just have an oven or a microwave that all works the same way. Now we have all these newfangled things and you have to figure out a way for it to work in your air fryer, and then think about how it might be different in a different style of air fryer that cooks differently. And then of course there are people that are like, I don't have an air fryer, so how do I do this in the oven? And it's like, so much. But we do our best. Oh, Lindsay, you have a video coming of cooking the buns in the air fryer. That's awesome. I'm excited to see how you made it work. I did. I went and ran and tried it like really quickly because I was so excited. And they turned out good. I'll have to put up a picture somewhere. I can't do it right now. Because I'm not fancy enough to share my screen or anything, but I'll have to show it because they looked really pretty. Really, really pretty. Yeah, so I have a instant Omni Pro oven, and I think it's like stronger. I think the instant brand air fryers, all of them are more intense than the kasori, like the one that Janet has. So I am going to have to really dial down the temperature because it's great for things like chicken wings and stuff because it crisps them up really, really fast. But it can overcook things when I just follow someone else's recipe using a different kind of air fryer. And I bet the Ninja is the same way. Very, very strong, strong machines. Yeah, I can't wait for Lindsay's video. That's going to be cool. Um, Amy, you did 10 minutes at 325. Will reduce the temp and time. And yeah, normally if you're going to take an oven recipe and convert it to an air fryer recipe, you're supposed to reduce the temperature by about 25 degrees. So that's like rule of thumb. That's what I would definitely do next time is at least 300, maybe even lower if needed. And then you also usually reduce the time as well because it cooks faster. So Leanne, the you're talking about the egg yolks with the butter flavor. You say yes without the deflating effect because it's not fat, but you get delicious butter flavor. So egg yolks definitely have a lot of fat in them, but they haven't seemed to deflate the batter the same way that other fats have. So that's interesting. Because like in the Hawaiian rolls, when you put the egg yolks in, it doesn't deflate the batter, right away or anything like that. So that's nice. It's so weird how these different ingredients, like I want to try to figure out some kind of a system. Like if you add this kind of thing, it does this. If you add this kind of thing, it does this. But then it just varies so much. Like the butter powder versus the coconut milk powder versus the yolk powder, all of them, they have similar effects, but very different at the same time, and different amounts are needed for different things. So I don't know that I'll ever get it fully figured out. It would be nice if it was that simple, but rarely things like that are that simple. Leanne, yes, volunteer to be a taste tester for Lindsay Murphy. Me too. I raised my hand for that one too. Wouldn't it be fun if we could all like bake together and all taste things and share each other's recipes and tests and trials and stuff? That would be so cool. I for a short amount of time, I got together with a couple of friends several years ago where we got together, I think it was like once every 2 weeks, and we each would bring ingredients for a recipe or two, and we would all cook all of our recipes. So it would end up being like 6 different recipes. We'd cook them all together, and then we'd all take home some of each of the recipe. And that was really fun. If we had lived closer, it would have worked better. We lived a little bit too far apart to make it super convenient, but the idea is really fun. Like if we had a little neighborhood where we all lived close enough to be able to do that, that would be so fun. Ooh, it can be the Fab Four test kitchen. Yes. Oh, that would be so fun. One day that's going to happen. Beam me up, Neely, Lindsay, Amy. Yeah. Can we just, get beaming technology so we could beam over for a kitchen day? That would be so fun. Bye, Shirley. Yeah, we're coming up on an hour here, so we'll probably end this here pretty soon. But thank you to everyone who joined today, 91 people at the moment. If anyone has any last minute questions, let me know. Let's see, did I miss anything? Food chemistry is an intense field. Yes, it is. Oh man. And it's like you can work on things for hours and hours and you realize you've only just scratched the surface. FML Beauty, you have like a recipe here asking about sunken sides. So there's a lot of there's so much that affects it. I don't know that I can answer why you got sunken sides. The shape of the pan actually does make a difference. So my large loaf pan that I use works pretty well. I find that anything very narrow, the sides sink a little bit more. So that's one thing. Um, the having a fat added to the batter really helps stabilize it, like butter powder, the yolk powder or the whole egg powder, that really, really helps. I don't know if that's something you had in yours, but that is like the number one thing for me to get it to not sink. Thank you for hitting the like button. I'll remind you this time to hit the like button, even though I never remind that. But what, 74 of you have hit the like button. I appreciate that so much. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of Star Wars things that turned into real gadgets. Yeah, it's so funny to see things come out and you're like, man, I saw this on sci-fi years ago. Never thought that would be a real thing. I did a video where I experimented husk. I just replaced the acacia fiber in some of my recipes with psyllium, and it worked out fine. So I say whenever I put in acacia fiber, if you use psyllium husk as a replacement, that works out just fine. But it's not something that I use regularly. I tend to do the best with um, low to no fiber at all. And so I only add it if it really dramatically improves the experience of eating it. It's not for the health benefits for sure. All right. So the amount of psyllium husk, in like my butter buns, I have 3 tablespoons of acacia fiber. So I would replace that with 3 tablespoons of the psyllium husk. And you can reduce that too. If you want to just do 1 or 2 tablespoons, it'll still give you a good texture, but you don't have to add the full 3 tablespoons. So Lindsay, I'm using the powder, and I do realize that there is a difference between the whole and the ground powder. And I didn't really think about that when I ordered it. I just ordered whatever was cheapest and looked the best. And so, and it ended up being a powder version. And I think I did exactly the same weight measurement as I did with the acacia fiber, which I think was 32 grams, if I remember correctly. So I didn't measure out by tablespoon. I just did the weight measurement to make sure it was perfectly the same. Oh yeah, adding rye flavoring would give you I ordered a rye flavoring and I've never used it. I have it somewhere and I was gonna try it, but I haven't gotten there yet. Like with some caraway seeds and some rye, that would be really good. All right. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. Thank you everyone who hopped on to chat this morning. I have been trying to think of like a schedule, like a day that I could do lives regularly, but my life is just has been so, it's just so unordered because of kids and events and, husband being home one day, he doesn't work a regular 9 to 5 schedule. And so I haven't been able to find a good time to have it regularly, but it just worked out today that I had the house empty and we made it happen. So I'll probably do that, whenever I have the chance. And we will show you the bees in an upcoming video. I'm sure we have bees, and my husband is building a mushroom farm. So he's going to be growing his own shiitake mushrooms, which is very exciting. So we'll share that as it comes to fruition. And yeah, that's it. Someone's asking if Leanne has a YouTube channel. If you have a YouTube channel, Leanne, let us know. I don't think so, but I would love to hear that. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. And oh, Leanne says no, no YouTube channel. Hi, Lori. Yes, make the egg white bread. It's so good. Very life-changing for those of us that have been on low-carb keto for a while and not had bread for a very long time. All right. Um, Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'm going to go ahead and end the live. See you guys in the next video. All right, now I have to figure out how to end this. Okay. Yep. Bye, guys.